batch of ice cream yesterday, but Jesse passed out and wasn't able to finish it, so we're finishing it today.
It's such a pounding headache last night, man. Only human.
I have something to show you guys. I was doing this off camera and then I realized that you guys are probably gonna want to see too, because I don't know, maybe it's just as exciting for you guys as it is for us. Look what I got out of the garden today so far.
Holy
so far.
Smokes Amondos.
I haven't really been to the garden in a few days, just been super busy, and in the meantime all this fruit ripened, or vegetables, or whatever you want to call it. So I don't feel the need to preserve this today, but I'm trying to figure out what I can freeze immediately and then maybe what I want to put aside to can. But let's go to the garden and you guys can get the rest of it with us.
What do we got hiding back here? Oh yeah.
Oh, cucumber.
Look at that guy. Hey buddy.
Pretty good. Good find.
What are you doing back there? Just hanging out, having a little party on the outside? Ooh. Oh, hey there. That's a good looking one.
It's pretty good. He's probably about ready to pick.
Can we make pickles out of him?
Heck yeah.
Mmm. Are those the cutesy carrots? I can't remember.
They're the colorful carrots. But
ooh, fun.
I feel like they might be a little crowded.
Yeah. Kind of looking that way, isn't it?
Kind of see some of the roots.
Oh, okay.
Well,
are they like a early frost?
That's a carrot. Look at that carrot.
Look at that.
Big carrot.
A little gooey. He's about a pinky carrot. That's good though, because I think our last carrots we never even got one. They were just
I like to pull them up and see how they're doing, just because sometimes they're not doing anything at all.
Yeah,
exactly. I think we should pull an onion up too.
And a beet.
Now I'm committed to doing something with it.
Alyssa thought we should bring the juicer home, and I said I agree, because some like carrot, orange beet juice sounds amazing, like just super rich. But we haven't tested the beets yet. We probably should make sure there's beets first. Right?
The day I brought the juicer home, the craving went away, but
weird.
If you want some today, I can make some for you. Ready?
Well, let's see what we got.
Well, first, look at the base of this.
Yeah, it's looking like there's a beet down there.
And you can juice the greens too, so maybe you'll let me make you juice today. Ready?
Okay, ready. Yeah, there's definitely a beet there.
That's so 50% of it was sticking up.
Yep.
So that's like totally not dramatic at all.
Total tease, total tease.
Total tease, look at that. That's why I do this, because in my mind I'm trying to figure out how to use 10 pounds of beets and we're probably gonna have 1 pound.
Well, I think they're just a little crowded maybe. Same thing with the carrots. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's a very shallow bed. Yep. The seed packet shows these being kind of like elongated, not round. Oh, that's right. They were like they were long, not like a big fat beet.
I don't know. But it's edible. That I know.
Well, is there a reason not to let them just keep growing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I feel less pressure.
Look at our underwhelming carrot and our underwhelming beet. Aren't they adorable?
The bachelor buttons are going cray-cray.
It only seems prudent to also check if our onions are just all on the top or there's one underground.
We think the rain flattened them all.
Yeah, it did. We had such a ballistic rain. It was very abusive and it looks like it knocked all the onions over. That's not bad. I think it's just early.
Better than last year, so yeah, let them keep cooking.
Well, we planted all this stuff late, remember? So we're way behind, probably 3 to 4 weeks behind everyone else's harvest. Yep.
Back into the ground you go.
Hopefully you can replant it.
I don't know. Well, I'll replant it later with gloves.
Good call. We have some of the most relentless cauliflower you've ever seen, because this spaghetti squash is trying to take over the world, and this cauliflower refuses to give up. That baby looks good. Yeah, I think it's starting to flower.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how to cut it. I guess break it. Try to break it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Look at that guy.
Look at that. Hey, buddy. Yeah, see, it's starting to flower, I think is what this is. Looking good. What can we make with that? Besides the old classic American dip it in ranch dressing.
Cauliflower rice is pretty good.
Yeah, can we make a crust out of it? We've been sweet talking pizza.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best texture, but
right.
We can figure out something to do with it.
I do not doubt that you will find something to use that for.
Oh yeah.
This girl is Captain Creative when it comes to food.
Kale looks great.
Hey, we didn't plant that.
Weed.
I've done a little bit of weeding in here, but nothing to win a trophy.
I don't think it needs it. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Like I picked a bunch of grass clumps out of the onions and stuff. I don't know if this is your guys' experience, but typically when we plant a garden, the amount of weeding that has to be done is just mind-boggling. Like it'll make you angry. And the wood chips and mulch are doing their job. This garden has been a very low maintenance garden so far, which is good.
Yeah, virtually done nothing.
Because we're building a house. So if we had to weed this thing, it would just be taken over already. Holy cow, those turned red like right quick and in a hurry.
That's what happens when you ignore the garden for 3 days.
Turns out when you watch the garden, nothing ripens and you turn your back for a second and they go crazy. Wow, beautiful. So those are not spicy. Those are like a banana pepper.
Yeah, well I think like a bell pepper.
Oh, not even as spicy as a banana pepper?
No, I think they're like barely spicier than a bell pepper, which is not spicy.
Gotcha.
Look at these 2 red peppers I got earlier.
Whoa, when did all those turn red?
They're hiding. These have been red for a long time.
Oh, okay.
But like this guy's huge, like
yeah,
the size difference.
My gosh. These little guys are basically candy. I've never been tempted to just eat a tomato raw. No. Just grab it and like eat it. But when you come out to the garden and you see these cute little orange things, oh my gosh. And they're like, they pop in their mouth. They're so juicy. Wow, look at that guy.
I want to say this is an Oregon Spring.
Is that a slicer?
I don't know.
Oh. Oh, hey tomato, what you working on there, buddy? Looks like you've got a little tag along. Is that a tomato Klingon? I think that's a Klingon. These tomatoes are ridiculous. Look at that thing. That thing's huge. Holy smokes. That's... Wow, that's gonna be at least a handful. It's a beautiful thread-waisted wasp. I think these actually kill other wasps. And this is a native western yellow jacket. And he's munch facing. With the cold weather here, cooler weather, it's very likely that we're on the eve of cider season, which is always an exciting time. And then there's a lot of late fruits that'll also be coming ripe. We have not had time to start our brewing process, so there's still time to collect different fruits, and we're hoping to get multiple fruits and multiple batches started. If we can get the house done, we should have lots of time to work in the garage with the rain and all that that's coming. While Alyssa's working on the garden today, which is super refreshing, we're kind of getting our mental state back. We're feeling a little bit more optimistic. We've had a lot of struggles lately with the roof and materials and other unexciting things. So today is plumbing inspection day. We're waiting on the inspector. I thought I would just check really quick. I know I checked this last night before we went in. Oh yeah, it's good. Water's still sitting there on test. So currently the entire system is still on test. It's been on test for what? A day now? Not a day. 12 hours. I think it'll hold for 15 minutes. So I've got to wrap up the ice cream because I'm a finisher and I want that done. And then I'm gonna head up into the basket, and I think, based on what Alyssa and I discussed, I'm gonna make some pretty good headway on the roof today. Dude.
That's so much food.
Well done.
That's satisfying. I know more is coming out of other people's gardens, but that's pretty good for Jesse and Alyssa.
It's not a competition. Can't compete when you're a rookie. If you can produce anything, you're doing well.
Look at all these jalapenos.
Wow.
I sort of feel I now need to like categorize them by what they are.
Yeah.
And take photos, because that's what women do.
Right? Guys, if you follow us on Instagram, this is going on Instagram.
Oh, it totally is.
Uh-oh. There's no room for the rum and raisins. What the heck? I guess I'll just take a couple scoops of vanilla out. What do you think? How do we How do we
I think
recover
that
from
would be great.
Kind of what we've done before.
Because I'm making faux caramel sauce right now.
Oh.
And that would be really good to pour over it.
Oh. Yeah. What are you making that with?
Rum raisin, dates.
Dates and...
water.
Water. Oh.
Not because real caramel sauce is bad, we just have dates. I'm in clean the fridge mode.
Watch out, guys.
And clean the garden mode.
Watch out.
And that often means really good edibles.
Something happened to this batch of ice cream that's different. I've never had this stuff whip like this before.
Yeah.
It has never gained volume. It's always been the same volume it was going in, coming out.
Right.
And I think maybe because I used more heavy cream with this batch, it's actually got like, look at that, it's got like body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's fighting the jar. It doesn't want to sit down like ice cream normally does. So, we either onto something or something's gone horribly wrong.
This has been in the freezer for a few months maybe.
Oh yeah, these are well-established rum raisins. Funny, because we overdid it on rum raisin for a while there, and it sounds pretty good now.
It does, yeah.
Wow, it's all syrupy. I like it.
Perfect.
Happy, 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 happy.
Happy, 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 happy.
Oh boy, it's either gonna go really good or, oh, I can see that's like...
You might want to take some more out.
Getting ready to explode.
Losing some to the ice. Oh no, that's pretty full.
I have really good news. We passed our plumbing inspection. But here's the thing, and a little insider tip. The inspector called to reschedule our inspection for Monday because he's got to head to a different area this afternoon and he's not going to be able to make it. Well, that really sucks. If you've been waiting for an inspector, you know that means 3 more days that we can't do anything with this bathroom. So I asked him, is there a chance we can shoot some photographs to you of the changes that we made? Will you approve that? He said, I'll do a video. So I shot a video of the entire plumbing system. I showed him the system on test, and then I also deflated these balloons and let all the water flow out. And he was willing to accept that to show the changes that we made and make sure that it's brought into code. So the good news is, we're good to go. We can cover it up. So hopefully, well, I don't know if it'll happen this weekend or not, but we can start putting sheetrock in here. We can get the toilet installed, get the shower surround done, and maybe, well, I said this 2 weeks ago, but maybe within a few days here, we'll have a functioning toilet and bathroom. Suffice to say, this is a huge weight off our shoulders. So now I can focus on the roof. Alyssa said there's kitty cat prints all over the forklift seat. Bugaboo. All right, ready to go up. It's a nice looking detail right there on the corner, huh? Look at that, nice and tidy. Thank you. So where I left off yesterday was solving the conundrum with the cladding and the step rake. And we've decided that we're gonna remove the cleat and we're just not even gonna fuss with it at all. So that's my plan today. Let's get to work. I'm gonna remove the cleat that I already put on yesterday. And then there's only 3 pieces of metal per side of each side of the roof. So there's 6 pieces of metal total on the south, 6 on the north. Really shouldn't be that difficult. I guess we'll find out. Either those are cows across the road and I think it's feeding time, or Alyssa is really hungry and those sounds are coming from the RV. You need to... Oh, do you guys see that? That bug just crapped all over our roofing. Really, dude? I don't even know where your eyeballs are. Look at that. Well, just poop wherever you want. Let me know if you want some toilet paper. Doesn't take a genius to see that this is going really easy. Of course it is. Putting screws in things is obviously really, really simple. A couple things though I ran into. One, really have to think about what's going to happen at the ridge. These pieces of metal are 10 feet exactly, and the length of this is 29 feet 6 inches from the very end. We're obviously overlapping these pieces of metal, and I have to really think about what's going to happen up there to really make sense of how much overlap. I think a minimum is probably 1 inch. That's like a bare minimum. 2 inches would be great. The only thing is with the step rake, I don't think we have enough metal, because this step rake really needs to go all the way to the peak of the roof, because in my mind what's going to happen is the ridge cap's going to come out and it's going to fasten to this step rake, and that's it. That's going to be the end of the roof. So if that doesn't happen, we're looking at hemming the ridge cap, which I know I said in an earlier video that was the plan, but now that I'm working on this stuff, I can see that the ridge cap would just come straight down. And if this is done properly, it can just bear directly down on the step rake and we're donezo. My thinking with the cladding is with this side, I had a small boo-boo on the end of that panel from yesterday when we were raising the forklift. It fell on the forklift and put a little ding right here. I took a gamble and I overlapped the panels about 6 inches. Sucks. I'm thinking that'll give me about 1 inch extra at the top. My plan is to see if I can run the other side all the way up. And then with the step rakes, hopefully those will basically meet and maybe even overlap at the ridge, maybe. If that happens, then all that's left is the ridge cap. Sounds good, doesn't it? I guess you'll have to stay tuned to see how that all works out for me. You guys know it never works out the way we're supposed to. I think because it's fairly late already, it's been a long day. And instead of trying to face these challenges now and make a decision that I regret, I think we'll tackle this probably in the morning. Maybe spend a little time with Alyssa and eat some of all that yummy food she's been making all day. Decided to test and see if we can get the forklift from this position. Slow! From this position to reach the peak, or if we'll have to move. We haven't taken the forklift to its max up yet. Kind of testing to see what that looks like. That should be about it right there. 65? Okay, she said we were at 65 now. Let's see. Let's go 5 more. Let's see what happens. Nice, that's pretty good. Man, if nothing else, I think we can definitely get that with a ladder. Yeah, it's a little high. We could also boom out, maybe. Let's boom out! Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's gonna do it. Now we're definitely within reach. That'll work. I think something we don't share a lot of on camera is how difficult it is making decisions with equipment. I know a lot of people have said, oh, why didn't you just set up scaffold? And the answer is, I honestly don't know. I actually don't know why we didn't do scaffolding. We did look at pump jacks, but this forklift, although expensive, that's an understatement, crazy expensive, seems to be a really versatile tool. We can put it where we want for as long as we want, and there's not a lot of setup and takedown. This is good. This is really good. Man, it's almost tempting just to knock it out right now. Hold on a minute. Change of plans. We're gonna hold off on the hungry for a few minutes and see if I can knock this out. Just in such a good spot. Let's just see what happens. But I'm missing a piece of metal, so down you go.
So just fold the paper over?
Yeah. No reason not to just lay it on the ground.
Good enough. So come up a little, pull tension. Good.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Stay away. Get out of the way. Excited to eat dinner with you.
Heck yeah. Wow, you guys just survived about 500 revolutions. And that is how you get a piece of metal in a man basket 42 feet in the air. Thanks for the help. Oh yeah, looking good. So hopefully, if I don't make a mistake like I did on the first piece of this cladding on the other side, there will be plenty of cladding to reach all the way up underneath this piece of rake edge. And the step rakes are gonna get really close to touching, but I don't know if they're gonna touch or not. Guess we'll deal with that tomorrow. This turned out really good, and it feels good to have this much metal on. The bad news is this cladding's not super rigid. I'm not sure what to do with that. I might, because this is going to get overlapped, I might punch a screw in there, and that'll give it a little bit of rigidity, but it's kind of like that all the way down. But a little bit of wind I don't think is going to hurt it. I mean, I don't think it's going to get super blown around, because the wind would have to get underneath this little lip on the inside, and then, you know. But it's got a bunch of screws in it, so it's not going to come off, but we don't really want it bent either. All right, that feels good. Now, time for dinner. Got it!
Nice.
I know, right?
Awesome.
Wow. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, so that's always good.
Wow, that looks so good. I love it.
Now that I'm down here, I kind of think it might be nice to do something. I don't know. So like where those cladding pieces meet, I put adhesive. So it's tempting to go back up and just push on that to get it to be tighter. Because it could be like nice and tight. The other option is to put a screw through there. I don't really want to screw in that because it's an uninterrupted surface. So from a drainage perspective, it's super good.
I say no screw. I mean,
I might go up and just push on that. Can you see that seam that's visible there? And just make sure that adhesive kind of like splooges out.
Do you want to do it now?
Because it's going to cure and then it won't be able to. I don't think I made it a whole lot better, but tried anyway.
To not hit head.
You read my mind.
That's a great idea.
Do you remember when I almost knocked myself out?
Remember.
Actually, I did knock myself out for a moment, and the camera took a hit. Those were the days. If I'd have been wearing a head cam that day, first of all, the head cam, it would have been head cam hospital. So.
But you probably would have saved yourself because you would have hit it first.
Probably true.
So there's that.
It's been nice not wearing a hat.
Cheaper than a new head.
True.
Right?
These poor cameras have all been to the hospital at least once. Not gonna lie, that's pretty high.
It's high.
That's pretty high.
And we're almost done with the high stuff, which is just gonna feel so good for the mind.
Yeah, I think it was a great decision to avoid the cleat. I don't know, that system just seems like so ridiculous to me. And
it's all about like picking. You have to have an ideal to strive for.
Yeah.
You know, and then you kind of like. Then there's reality.
Well, and the funny thing is they make it sound like the hidden hardware is more difficult. They're like, it requires skill. I'd say this is like a joke. I mean, not the screws. I'm saying like the cleat thing. Like this is like both hidden fastener and exposed fastener. And I would say trying to do both at the same time is the most ridiculous thing ever. But the hidden fastener system, which we're not using on the rakes, looked really simple to me. It really did. But that might have sucked really bad too.
Yeah.
All right, what's for dinner?
Pozole.
Pozole.
So excited. Night 2 in a row. Yes, that's what I had for lunch too.
And this guy is probably going to indulge in some rum raisin ice cream.
Nice.
Cuz.